I'm doing well.
Good. Such a great year last year. As you look back, Pat, how did it all come together?
It's good leadership. I mean, honestly, I think the guys just, last year the one thing I was impressed, they just kind of took ownership of the program and pride in what they did, and we had a real tough. And similar to what we have this year, the first 5 games, I think we had Concord, we had Shepherd, we had Notre Dame, and Glenville. So it's similar this year. It puts a big emphasis on what we do during preseason camp. We've got to be good and stay healthy, and that's going to be a big part of it.
Obviously, losing Jeremy is a big loss.
Yeah.
Such a dynamic player offensively. I don't know how many times last year you watched break teams' backs on third down.
Sure.
Scrambling. Big loss, but you've got a quarterback that had some snaps.
Yeah, I mean, we came out of camp last year with Jeremy and Mason Olszewski, who's now the guy we're looking to take the reins, and they both brought something to the table, and they kind of split time those first 2 games before Jeremy kind of, took over a little bit. So I've got a lot of confidence in Mason. I mean, he's done a great job this past spring with just taking charge of the offense. We give him a lot of ability pre-snap to make decisions and change things, and he's handled it pretty well.
He certainly doesn't have Jeremy's speed, but he's got pretty decent escapability.
Yeah, and he's just a good athlete. He's one of those guys that's a good baseball player, good basketball player, which translates in the football, and you couple that with his decision-making. I think, sometimes he may hold the ball a little bit longer than we would like, but it's because he does have that big play potential.
Talk to me about Brett and your kicking game.
Yeah.
A lot of times, great kickers are celebrated, but they're not exactly focused on, at least to the magnitude that they can make an impact on the game.
I don't think people realize how big it is to have a punter that can change field position, and that's, Brett's an All-American, and to have that security, especially if you're playing well defensively, is a pretty big deal because he does have the ability to change the field position, and he's really gotten a lot better with the kickoffs and the field goal and all that deal, because it's a lot on someone's plate to do that, and he did it all last year and handled it very well.
Now finally, obviously you've built this program step, and just so close. I mean, you can tell you're on the cusp. In your mind, have you identified those things that will get you guys to the next level?
I think first of all, we've got a good staff. I lost some assistants, but the core guys that have been with me from the get-go, Coach Gregory and Johnson, Steve Howard, Connor Freeland's with us. We've got a really good group, and they do a great job. I give them a lot of responsibility, but what we've got to do, we look at the loss against Shepherd last year. We turned the ball over 5 times. They had 0 turnovers. It's a big deal, and very similar. IUP and the NCAA playoffs, we're up with 1 minute to go in the third quarter, and the next 3 possessions turn the ball over. So we just gotta get the mentality that it's okay to strive during practice to be perfect with everything you do, because in those big games, the little plays like that make a big difference.
Now, finally, from an administration standpoint, a lot of visible improvements have been made at UC, from the basketball arena, the lights at University of Charleston Stadium. There's some other plans there as well to improve the facilities, and I know it's got to feel good to get those things done. You feel good about bringing young people to go to school there because of the academic reputation, the location being in the city of Charleston. The facilities now are as good as any, and so you couple all those things together, it's a place that people want to be at, and that helps me out drastically because recruiting is what we do, and it's a lot easier to coach great athletes to be great players than it is the average guys to be kind of just good. So we're blessed to be at the University of Charleston and the situation we are, definitely.